Oh, good morning, everybody. Oh, neck has a creak in it that just won't go away. I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. Probably the new pillow I'm using or sleeping on. You may notice the effect today is called posterize, which makes everything I think look washed out or whatever. Working on some new YouTube videos, maybe with some higher production. You may have seen the Disney May May. Maybe a little bit of explanation onto that. This is kind of a rant leading up to that. So, you know. But today's going okay, I guess. Sun is shining. The heat wave has kind of broken here in North Carolina. So, with that being said, it got cool last night, and this whole up and down, cold and hot thing is just fucking stupid. It's got my sinuses all toe up, as people would say. That's not an exclusively black saying. White people can say toe up as well, or whatever. So I'm gonna get set up. The camera's way too close for no apparent reason. And then we're gonna discuss a little bit of things, and then I'll have you on your way, and then you'll have a good day, and make sure your cats aren't gay in your day, or whatever.
Tell me the duck story.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand, and he said to the man, run in the stand, hey, bum, 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 got any grapes?
God, I hate this fucking song.
The man said, no, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade. Can I get you a glass? The duck said, I'll pass. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man, run in the stand, hey, bum, 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 got any grapes?
Okay, we're back. Oh, Jesus, I thought that would have been a funny bit, but fucking Christ, I can't stand that song. I cannot stand listening to it. Henceforth, why there's so many jokes about it. I'm going to try to do a remix and fuck with the video and audio of that here soon, and maybe try some animation things. Well, not necessarily animation, but just cutting frames of things to sync up with a video or sync up with a song or something. Good morning. What up, Facebook? What up, Facebook? Say it. What up, Facebook? Yeah, it said it. Anyways, you guys may have seen the video yesterday about the gay cat thing and stuff like that. It was a little video that I actually just did because the cat was sitting there and I looked up in the sky and there was some chemtrails, and then I riffed on it. I like it. I thought it was funny as hell. Just because I detest Alex Jones and his crazy conspiracies like turning the frogs gay and all that stuff, which I just can't get over riffing on. I know you guys have seen it before and stuff like that, but I wanted to work in the video footage of, which was a joke I posted on, Kick or whatever in the chat room I'm a part of for artists. And I don't know if they knew what to think of it, and I didn't know what to think of it, and then it just kind of mutated into what the fuck the video was, which was, I guess like I named it a deprogramming video, because I know there's some of those things out there, which is like the subliminal deprogramming or whatever. It was just a fucking stupid thing, which I actually really loved the result of the video. It came out a lot better than I expected just after it was all edited and put together. And sometimes I'll do that with videos. I'll have just like the editing and run with the idea and just do some stupid shit along the way, add in random filters, and just so happens that they come together sometimes like that, where it's like just a random amalgam of stupid shit. Anyways, though, working on the Joker Harley Quinn thing, getting some interpretations, redrawing and doing tests of those for the actual piece, because I haven't drawn them in a while, and kind of stuck on the interpretation I'd like to do. Maybe doing some other Valentine's Day pieces too, involving other superhero characters. Some things I'm going to try to do clever, and I'm not going to try to make them cliche per se. So that's what that is. And I got to work those in and do those and get those done. I got roughly about a week. So it should be fine. Hopefully I'll get them done. I just got to keep on the ball and everything and work past all the other stuff. Just tying together all these random different connections of ideas and different things Just letting it flow for right now. Other than that, there's really nothing else to say. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, my cat's not gay. And just to clarify with people, I don't know if my cat is gay. That was the whole joke. I never had any verification that my cat is gay. Ain't like I walked outside and she was fucking, watching the Ellen DeGeneres show and eating cooch. I don't, it ain't never been no evidence of my cat being gay. She's been spayed, so her aggression kind of went down. But for a female cat, she is very, very aggressive. To be honest with you, for the longest time, I thought she was a little male cat until she went in the heat and then started getting bred. And I just thought like her nuts hadn't developed or dropped or something because she was so aggressive. And I guess that can happen in female cats. I don't know. But she was just super aggressive for whatever reason, like a male cat. Even more so than some of the male cats I've met. And that might be intentional. I don't know. But she's a sweet cat. She's not been programmed by the chemtrails. I don't believe any of that shit. That was the whole, and that's the whole point of the jokes. And I guess sometimes maybe I'm doing too good of a job of making weird videos because then it comes off like, oh, he believes in the world turtle simulation and he's a fucking nut job and all this stuff. Which don't get me wrong, I'm crazy. I'm just not that kind of crazy. I mean, I'd have to be crazy to be that kind of crazy, but I'm not that kind of crazy. I'm just a regular or, acceptable amount of crazy. But anyways, the whole big YouTube May thing and stuff like that is, of course, going to be a video that I'm going to try to produce or put together and make some creative jokes and all that stuff. It's going to be a longer production. I think it's, I want to buckle down and do something that's kind of well edited and stuff like that, or as best edited as I can, and put some effort into it because it's something that I feel very strongly about, the censorship of Facebook, YouTube, everything, and the hypocrisy of where, you can apply that shit to little creators, but big creators or corporations can just drop right in, and the rules don't seem to apply to them. We're working in a skewed system, of course, on Facebook. They really try to sell the ad space, and I guess the more your engagement may raise with some things, the more they try to pump, getting the AdSense or getting buying ad space on their fucking platform, which fucking sucks. And I guess that's the way it is for all this shit. It's just all controlled now and skewed to the the people that they want at the top rather than the people that they don't. And that's just the militant blowback I feel. A YouTube creator you should really look up is Brandon Rogers. He does a lot of fucking very controversial, very non-family friendly content. And I love it. He does some great shit. And all of it is about as lewd and fucked up and, as crazy as you could possibly imagine. And I just love every second of it because it's just a big fuck you to YouTube and censorship and stifling the young, the creators and stuff like that. When you start to shoebox everybody into this conformist ideology of this fucking utopia that we're all building, where you can't say anything that is considered, not family friendly, bearing in mind that the not family friendly content is even saying something like titty or dick or pussy or something like that, or saying fuck. It's not like people are going out there showing babies getting thrown in the fires. It's literally like the level of that at this point. And it's like, really? Is it gotten that bad? And I think, I believe the creator's name is Sargon of Akkad or some shit like that. His name, I know his name, but it's just as fucking mixed up right now. But anyways, he was talking about the use of the N-word and contextualization of N-word and stuff like that. Which I'm not going to argue the point with any African American or black creators I know about the use of the word. I try, once again, I know this sounds like a cop-out, but I honestly try to never use the word unless it's actually in an appropriate context, I feel, in reference to something else or something like that. I'm not just going out there calling black people this and that and the other, or any race for that matter. And I do use racial, words, but it's usually to fucking illuminate the fact of racism or ignorant thinking or something like that. which is not good enough nowadays. I understand that. And I understand that a lot of you may impart judgment on me just simply because of these trigger words or these bad words or whatever. I understand that. But the only thing I could ask of any of you is to please look at my character and try to keep things in the context of what I'm saying, and try not to just automatically drop the hammer on me and say, you know, this person is just ultimately bad just because they said one thing that was contextualized and appropriate, but I don't like that, you know, and they're a racist or they're this or they're that and whatever. And of course, I'm not going to whip out my ethnic friends and be like, you know, put them on fucking parade and be like, you know, oh, look at me, I know a black guy. I could say it because I know a black guy. I'm never going to do that shit. My friends know who I am. My friends of color and not of color know who they are. They know what I'm about. They know who I am. Those are the people I talk to. Those are the people I acknowledge. And you know, that's you know, that's just it. The people who really know me know me. And I've already been labeled because of my actions against the you know, the bigger or large fucking cult hive mind group, whatever the hell you want to call it, of the artists trying to make a living creating art group. I hate to tell you, but at that point in time, I was labeled as a psychopath and a danger to the artist community and all that shit. And in a lot of ways, that at that point, I became really emboldened with doing everything I can to eradicate not just the group, but the overall mentality that we all have to conform to this fucking ideology to be respected as artists or whatever. That's the psychotic mentality they're bringing to the table, which I will never go down that road. I'll never go down that road. And take, for example, something like the Duck song. I hate that fucking song. I hate it. You know, which is kind of a loose term. It annoys the hell out of me, but in a lot of ways I find the humor in it, stuff like that. But in the same regard, it's like a lot of people would say that's not real art. That's not appropriate art or whatever. And once again, to remind everybody, comic book artists in general have been spat on by the larger arts community abroad for years now. We never got the respect and accreditation that I feel like comic book artists should get and should deserve, because the shit is tough. The shit is a tough, very hard gig to follow up on. It's not an easy gig. It's not an easy life, and it's not like I could just throw some paint daubs on a canvas and make $200,000. The shit has never been like that. It takes skill, time, and a lot of work and effort to get to the level of a top tier comic book artist. You just don't understand. And if you don't understand, I suggest you look it up and see what it takes to be a great comic book artist, especially when you're a solo campaign. God forbid, God help. It's been done before, but it takes a lot of time and work and a lot of knowing what the fuck you're doing. So, with that being said, that's about it. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm sorry I'm ranting on. This is kind of a long video or whatever. But anyways, I'm going to do, you know, the best works of my life coming here shortly. I know I am. And I'm just going to keep getting better and better and better and singling in on certain things and stuff like that. And that's another thing for some of you also to bear in mind. Just because something is successful does not mean I'm going to keep rehashing the same idea. I don't do that shit. Like if a video takes off, for example, the makeup tutorial, that took off, somebody recommended me do something else, and I'll do some other things in that vein one day. Like the Cunning Linguist video, I did that, and it's like that was the whole point of the tutorial series anyways, just to do these stupid ass videos. But just because I do one thing that's successful, I'm never going to sit there and recycle the same idea over and over and over again, you know, again, to be successful. That's not how my mind works. That's not how my creations work, and that's never going to be me. And I mean, I know some of you are thinking, well, that's going to ruin your career. Well, so fucking what? I'd rather be an individual thinker and do more and more original contents, you know, than rest on my laurels of one idea worked. And that's all I'm ever going to do, because that's never true with anyone. But anyways, if you did it once, you can do it 1,000,000 times over, right? But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, a great Saturday and Sunday. If you go out tonight, once again, as always, be safe with your sexual partners and your sexual context. You know, be safe, wrap it up, get your protections, get whatever you got to get going, and then, you know, everything should be fine. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and the lighter's in frame. Who cares?